Hey everyone, it's the 1st of July and you all know what that means. It's time for a monthly wrap up. So in June I didn't really put up that many reviews because I read a lot of short books. So there are 2 videos up with like a weekly recap, a wrap up for the week, and 1 video where I finally filmed the Q&A, all the answers to your questions that I asked you to give me in April. Well, the video's up right now, so you can click here somewhere to watch all my answers. And I also managed to film 1 tag, the booktuber first and last tag videos here. I also filmed an unboxing because I got Botchan from Soseki Natsume, and I won this in a giveaway from Nuria, Naive Reads. And thanks again for the book. And I failed to mention what this book is about, which I really don't know because I forgot. And it says it's an anthology of like an introduction to classic literature, but I remember that it was sort of a story, a coming-of-age story. I haven't had time to start it yet, but I definitely plan to do that in July. So I'll be filming a review and tell you in detail what this book is about. But I really like the cover. It's a weird format, but the cover is very beautiful. Videos aside, let's look at what I read this month. I read number 2 and 3 in the Bane Chronicles. The Runaway Queen, I didn't like that much. It wasn't that hilarious. It's Magnus Bane in France with Queen Marie Antoinette. But the 3rd one, Vampire Scones and Edmund Herondale, this is a lot more fun again. Because Edmund Herondale, he's just amazing. And it's in London and they're trying to set up the Accords, and it's a really nice read and it's quick, so I like that one. Another short book I read was 19 Dragons, and this I got for free on my Kindle app, so it wasn't that expensive and you could give it a try, and I really liked it. It tells the story of this world where there are dragons that are sort of holding up this world, and each chapter introduces a new dragon. There is something out to kill all the dragons, and I really liked the writing and the way the story was presented, and it was a delightful quick read. I can only recommend it, and it's cheap, it doesn't cost anything. Then I read a German book, Sowas von da von Tino Hahnemann, and it's about this guy who's a club owner, and he's describing the last night in his club and all the troubles he goes through and some ex-girlfriend love story thing going on, and it was a delightful read. I don't think there's a translation for it, but if my German viewers are interested and like to read about parties and are interested in how parties are organized, check this out. And as planned, I managed to finish The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy, and I have to say I still don't like the book. I figured out that I really don't like the writing. It's too flowery and talking too much in pictures, jumping back and forth. It's confusing, and I really didn't know where it wanted to go. And the characters, yeah, I really didn't care for the characters, and I think it's really hard if you're not interested in what happens to the characters to go on reading. A lot of you asked me why I was so keen on finishing The God of Small Things, if I really didn't like it. And I have to say, it's sort of this sense of achievement. It's one of those books where you think you should have read it, and I think once you've managed to do that, you kind of feel good. At least I do. Another real novel I finished is The Waterproof Bible by Andrew Kaufman, and I have to say Andrew Kaufman has really amazing writing. I loved this book mainly for the writing, and the story is interesting too. I put up a full review for this, but I don't manage to tell you anything about the book because it's too spoilery. But what I've found out is from your comments is that probably the Bible word scares you off. Don't think of it as a Bible. It has nothing to do with the Bible. Maybe with the underwater creatures Bible, but it's not religious at all. You can read it religiously, but you don't have to. You can just enjoy the story and look at it as a crazy, weird thing that's going on. And I also finished Light and Dark, The Awakening of the Mage Knight by DM5, which is a fantasy novel. I think it's the first in a series or trilogy. I don't know how many books are planned. And it's introducing this world where there's the light and the dark fighting against each other, and these young boys going to the academy to learn and be part of this army of the light, sort of. I put up a full review of that. Unfortunately, I have to say I didn't like the book that much. I liked the story and the idea, but I really couldn't get into the writing and couldn't care about the characters. So, great story, not so well written, and the characters. But check out the review if you want to, and I think Kimberly from Kimberly's Book Nook read that book too, and she said she put up a review in her monthly wrap-up for that. So if you're interested in a different opinion from someone who liked the book, check that out. I'll put a video here. That was my reading month. Not a lot of great things, so I hope July is going to be better and I'm finally out of my reading slump. Let me know how June was for you and tell me the books you like best in comments. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with my quarterly giveaway.